Northern Bahamas remains on high alert with the tropical storm watch now in effect. Good evening, all. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thanks for tuning in. And Hurricane Milton, one of the strongest storms ever recorded in the Atlantic Basin, is moving toward west central Florida. Residents are urged to brace for deteriorating weather conditions in the coming days. Raven Davis has tonight's top story.
With Hurricane Milton closing in, all eyes are on the northern Bahamas, where a tropical storm watch has been issued by the Bahamas Department of Meteorology. Residents are now bracing for what could be a relatively rough few days ahead.
There's a likelihood of any type of activity that we are anticipating to get is our tropical storm status. So that's, winds roughly, like we said, winds about 35 knots or so, about 35 miles an hour in that range.
Meanwhile, Hurricane Milton has lightly weakened from a Cat 5 to a Category 4 hurricane and is expected to barrel down on Florida Wednesday, October 9th, which is when officials say weather conditions will begin to deteriorate on Grand Bahama.
What we have today is what we call just a lull between the two systems. We may feel a couple of shower activity and stuff like that lingering from that system we had yesterday, but for tomorrow, we're looking at winds start to gradually increase, and then for Wednesday night into Thursday, that's where we'll have mostly strong windy conditions and some out-of-band activity.
As for wind speeds, Tyne says they can range from 25 to 35 knots, with gusts reaching 40 to 45 miles per hour, particularly on Thursday. And as for October 9th,
we'll be expecting to see 15 to 20, 15 to 25, which is easy for us to handle. That's not a problem. But then when we get the high gusts, those stuff will start to move things around. And then also with the outer bands of the system, we are anticipating some outer bands to be moving through.
On Monday, schools across Abaco, Grand Bahama, Bimini, and Grand Key Coast for face-to-face instruction. Tyne says it was a wise move, as it is important to err on the side of caution.
The weather could change rapidly, and like we were talking, we do have a frontal boundary in the area. The ground is already soaked and wet, and we don't want the kids to be splashing around in any mud or get caught in any sudden shower activity.
Now, weather officials say it is now the second phase of the hurricane season. While Hurricanes Kirk and Leslie are currently turning in the Atlantic, Tyne says they do not pose an immediate threat to the Bahamas, and at this time, Milton remains their primary focus. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Raven Davis.